Lori Powell here. Today we're going to work on a new project. Today I'll show you how to make this pixel art egg, inspired by the very popular Minecraft computer game. To make this egg, I first drew grid lines on an ostrich egg. And then I sketched out my design using graph paper. Afterwards, I filled in the spaces with colors. If you need some inspiration, a Google image search can help you. I first started out with making large circles on my egg, and then used a measuring tape to make evenly spaced grid lines. I have another video on my channel where I show you a neat trick for making even circles on your egg if you wish. Now, since I'm doing my egg using the batik style method with wax and dyes, I'm going to take my Kiska and wax in my grid lines so that they turn out white in the end. However, if you don't have access to these wax tools, you can just use fine tip markers in the lightest color to make your lines. If you want to learn how to do Ukrainian style eggs with waxes and dyes, be sure to check out my beginner video on YouTube. For the creeper's face, the larger grid blocks are fine, but for the more detailed Steve character, I needed to draw in even more lines to make the grid blocks even smaller. I'm going to start off with his face area first. Following the blocks on my grid, I outline his face so I can know where to apply the color to. As mentioned before, you can use a marker to fill in the blocks, or if you are making this with dyes and waxes, you can take a paintbrush and dip it into your dye. Then just drop a little pool of dye into the appropriate block. I'm using some blue dye for the eyes and a darker dye for his hair area. I have his face completed. I applied some wax over the areas I just worked on to prevent the remaining dye from interfering with those areas. But again, if you are working with markers, you don't have to worry about doing that. Next, I worked on his shirt and arms following my block grid design. And finally, his pants. This one I made what's called a skin of my recipient. This one was done with yellow hair and blue eyes to match Sarah. Over in this circle, I've begun outlining where the sword will be placed. Again, using your grid lines, you can color in the appropriate blocks with either dyes or markers. It really helps to use your grid paper template to figure out what colors to put where. I am working on the infamous creeper face. Luckily, he's not terribly complicated since he's just basically black and green. For added decoration, I added TNT blocks, which are other building items, or in this case, destroying items found in Minecraft. Since I wanted the background to be dipped in yellow dye, I waxed in or covered up all my designs so that I can easily dip my egg. Certainly, if you are using markers or paint, you won't need to do this step. And here is my final egg. After removing all of the wax, you can see the different characters and designs inspired by Minecraft on this egg. And it's accomplished just by making grid lines on your egg and following along with some pixel art on grid paper. You can customize your egg any way you want to with so many characters from Minecraft or even other of your favorite games. And finally, it's a good idea to preserve your eggs so that the colors do not run or fade. I have several videos showing how to varnish your egg. Be sure to check them out. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel to get updates of new videos. Visit my website at LoriPawPaw.com. Hugs!